You won't believe what happened when I decided to grow potatoes in a simple tub. I know it sounds crazy, but stick with me because the results absolutely shocked me. I've been gardening for years, tried countless methods, but this little experiment completely changed the way I think about growing potatoes, especially if you don't have a lot of space or want to try something new this winter. So here's the deal. I've always been curious about container gardening. You see those tiny urban gardens, city balconies, even people growing vegetables on their patios, and it just got me thinking, why not potatoes? Normally, you'd plant them in the ground, in a big garden bed, but this time I wanted to see if I could get a full harvest out of a single tub. Something small, simple, and accessible for anyone watching. And trust me, I didn't know if it would even work. I picked up a large, sturdy plastic tub, about 20 liters, nothing fancy. First thing I did was drill holes at the bottom for drainage, because without proper drainage, your potatoes will rot before they even sprout. Then I added a layer of soil, some compost I had lying around, and a few sprouted seed potatoes. Not the huge supermarket ones, mind you. I went for certified seed potatoes because they actually grow better and resist disease. From the very first day, I treated this like a real experiment. I tracked everything. How much soil I used, how often I watered, the temperature in the room, even which side of the balcony got the most sun. I'll admit, at first it looked kind of ridiculous, a plastic tub with a few little potato sprouts sticking out, but patience is key here. After about 2 weeks, the shoots started to appear. Tiny green leaves pushing through the soil, and I couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. This is the part that gets most beginners seeing that first green sprout. It's like magic. But here's the first lesson. Don't overwater. I made that mistake once. I thought, more water, more growth. But the leaves got a bit droopy, the soil became soggy, and I panicked. I corrected it immediately, and the plants bounced back. Lesson learned, potatoes need moisture, yes, but not drowning. As the weeks went by, I added more soil gradually, a technique called hilling. Basically, every time the shoots grew a few inches, I added more soil around them. Why? Because potatoes form more tubers in contact with soil. By the end of the process, my tub was stacked with layers of soil, each hiding little developing potatoes underneath. I couldn't peek too much because disturbing the soil can damage the tubers, but the anticipation, oh man, it was intense. Now, let's talk about feeding these potatoes. I didn't want to overcomplicate it, no fancy fertilizers, but I did sprinkle some balanced organic fertilizer every 2 weeks. It's amazing how a little attention can make a huge difference. The leaves became darker, stronger, and the stems thickened. By week 6, the plants looked healthy and lush, and I knew this experiment might actually work. Fast forward 2 months, the plants were fully grown. Big green leaves, strong stems, and some tiny flowers starting to bloom. I could already feel that the tub was full of life underneath the soil. And here's where the real surprise happened. When I carefully started digging to harvest the first batch, I could hardly believe my eyes. Hidden beneath the soil, there were dozens of perfectly formed potatoes, all sizes, from small new potatoes to decent-sized ones, weighing 300 to 400 grams each. In total, my single 20-liter tub produced almost, wait for it, 6 kilograms of potatoes from one tub. In a winter season, I was floored, completely floored. And it wasn't just the quantity, it was quality. Smooth skin, firm texture, perfect for roasting or boiling. No bitter taste, no signs of disease, nothing. I had expected maybe half the amount, or some small misshapen potatoes, but this was beyond my wildest expectations. So what did I learn from this? First, potatoes in a tub absolutely can work, even in small spaces. Second, the key is layering soil as they grow. Hilling really does increase your yield. Third, drainage and moderate watering are crucial. Too much water will ruin your harvest. Too little, and the tubers won't grow properly. Fourth, a little organic fertilizer goes a long way in keeping the plants healthy. And finally, patience. You can't rush it. Every week, check water lightly, add soil, and let nature do its work. Now, imagine doing this on a balcony, in a garage with some grow lights, or even on a windowsill with smaller varieties. The possibilities are endless. You don't need acres of land. A simple tub, the right technique, and some attention are enough to get a surprising harvest. I've already started planning my next experiment, different potato varieties, maybe a bigger container, perhaps stacking 2 tubs to see if I can double the harvest. And the best part? This method is perfect for anyone who wants to try something unusual. especially in winter when outdoor gardening isn't possible. So, if you've ever thought, can I really grow potatoes in a small container? Take it from me. Yes, you can. And the results might just shock you. Stick to the layering, feed them regularly, don't overwater, and be patient. You'll be amazed at what a single tub can produce. And that's it for today's experiment. If you enjoyed watching this, or if you've tried something similar yourself, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how your container gardening adventures went. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because there's more crazy gardening experiments coming up, and you don't want to miss the next one.